Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Cornerstone SMP. Here's something I wanted to do last episode but forgot. With the quarry that I built last episode, the base has expanded a decent chunk into the west, which means I actually had to expand the map that I put in a little tourist town recently to the west as well, because it actually didn't fit on there anymore. Let's just put this banner in a hole somewhere, nice in the middle of the quarry would probably look the best, so that the little tag is right there in the middle as well. There we go, the quarry. Another attraction added to the map. Yeah, and that's the full map, so it's now 3x2 blocks. Pretty cool. And you of course know that's not where we're going to stop. Believe it or not, this next project will not have anything to do with the Dwarven Kingdom. Instead, I want to add on to the zoo that we have going on up here on the plateau of the base, the Savannah Plateau. You really can call it a zoo. It is. We have so many animals here. There are frogs and bees, cats, of course our llamas, an alley, a bunch of horses, skeleton horses, chickens, and even a baby zombie. Also dogs and cows. I even had some sheep in this pen here, but they got murdered by a wolf. Nevertheless, a lot of animals already that are staying here with me. And I want more pets. You can never have enough pets, right? In Minecraft at least. And there's one specific animal that I've seen roaming around close to the base since the beginning of the season. And it seems kinda lonely, to be honest. It's over, if it'll load in, it's over in that direction. You can kind of see that the beginning of the jungle, and I'm currently growing bamboo for it because we're gonna need a lot of that to create a little place where it will feel at home. So you can probably guess which animal it's going to be. I don't think I've ever shown you this jungle, but it has some pretty cool terrain generation. Yeah, there's a pretty big cave here with a lush cave biome and these stone pillars with big trees growing on them. It's pretty cool. And right next to a bamboo forest as well. But where's our guy? I know he's wandering about here somewhere. Oh, there he is. There's a little spot of white. Hey, buddy. Yeah, just wanted to make sure he's still here. You know, that we're not building this whole thing for nothing. But he is. Oh my gosh, he's so cuddly. But yeah, before we bring him over, I want to have the enclosure, his new home finished, of course, so that he'll immediately be happy and comfortable. I'm going to build the Panda Enclosure up here on the Savannah Plateau, as I said before. And we have a nice spot over here with some space. Oh, something died here. We'll make it more safe for sure, but yeah, this should be a good area. It doesn't need to be too big since it's just one panda bear, and it'll also just be nice next to the bee and frog house over here. So let's start off with just expanding this path a little bit so that it leads over there, and we have easy access and immediately tie it in with the rest of the base. And we of course need to make sure that the panda bear can't get lost, let's say that. Not that he can't leave the enclosure, you know, we don't want him to be in any danger. We want him to be safe in his little home. So there are a couple ways we can do that. For one, of course, fences and gates, but then also we can use bamboo, which is, well, a lot more natural, a lot prettier, and also just, of course, panda heaven, right? I guess he could eat his way through, but we'll just make it nice and thick. He's not gonna... I don't think he'll be able to escape that. I think it'll be nice to have a mix between the natural fence, you could say, and the, you know, wooden artificial fence. So, and I think we could actually also, yeah, use these acacia trees here for our wall. I want to use strip birch as well. That's one of my favorite blocks in the game. It's such a nice shade of beige, I think, really pleasant. Let's replace this bamboo here as well to make that fence a bit more sturdy looking, and connect this bit up with the other acacia tree. Okay, some changes. We now have a nice entryway, a little gate there, just a lot more bamboo added around, of course. So here on the right, for example, there's a long just bamboo wall that's still growing, of course, as you can see. And then we have the fence there between the two acacia trees and a little shed as weather protection for a panda bear. And also at the same time, you know, part of the outer fence. So yeah, now that we have kind of the enclosure laid out, it's time to add in the details and decorations to make this place look actually hospitable for a panda, and just pretty as well. You know, some nice rocks, for example. And we need some, yeah, here for example we can hide some water to put in sugarcane, which I think always goes pretty well with bamboo. Let's make it 4 high. Yeah. Maybe one more over here. Hide some water again. That shade of green really pops as well. But I might make this one just 3 high. Yeah, that looks good. We can't forget about a small pond to provide some water. That's also another good splash of color. I added some stone buttons as pebbles and coarse dirt and some path blocks for details. And with that I would call the enclosure finished. All it now needs is of course its inhabitant. Also some safety lights. Hey dude! Oh, I think he's eating. How cute. Ah, and he stopped. Okay, this might take a while. Panda bears are not the fastest of creatures. He's already just giving up, it seems. Maybe he's just stuck on the block. Panda bears can jump, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, this'll go well. We have almost made it. The only thing I'm kind of frightened of now is crossing the river. I am really nervous that he's gonna fall off that bridge over there, because it's really tight and he is not. Oh, please be careful, buddy. This is not the time to be reckless. This is actually frightening me quite a bit, because he seems to be making it a point to just walk on the outer edge there on the left the entire time. See, what is that? Oh my gosh. Please don't fall. Okay. I think we're safe. Yeah, that deserves a bamboo break. Okay, here we are. Let's get you in here. I probably need to break that open a bit so that he can fit through the gate. And close it up. Okay, oh. Yeah, need to be careful with the berry bushes. But he looks happy here, I think. I'm definitely happy to have him. Another addition to our friends up here, right? Another base mate. I actually want to get rid of all the berry bushes in here now, because they might add some nice pretty red colors, but they are a bit hazardous and I'm afraid for Buddy's safety. With the Panda Enclosure finished, let's get back to Smoky Springs, the tourist town. There's one more building I'd like to add for now, and that is a small church. I think that's what this place is missing, or would look nice here. And I did expand a little path out back here that leads over to the Savannah village and connects up with that naturally generated path there. And we have some space here to the right of it. And I think a small church would fit in there perfectly. So let's get started. The church really fits in perfectly, I think. They're between the two buildings that we have already on the left and right, kind of filling that gap, making the town feel more whole, and it's at the same time not in the way of the path back here. Again, of course, a really similar color palette to what we have in the rest of the buildings. The birch and sandstone, a bit of mud brick, a bit of andesite, and of course very colorful windows like on the other buildings as well, to have that unique look in the whole town. But here it also even makes all the more sense since it is a church, you know, and they have those colorful church windows. But what I did here then as well is add in a bit of oxidized copper, which we don't have anywhere else in the town, I think, for a splash of color and some uniqueness. Now, when it comes to decorating, I want to do a little graveyard there on the right of the building. You can already see there's a path leading in there. I think that should look nice and give the place a bit more character as well. So we have these tombstones, mini blocks. I got them from the Wandering Trader. They carried those temporarily for the Zombie Zoo project that Chuckles organized, the building competition there. So I think these will work great in our graveyard. Let's get some chiseled stone bricks as well. Mix them in there. Yeah, I think that makes good tombstones, just having those tombstone mini blocks placed on the full stone blocks. Okay, let's have the path lead a little further over here so it's not just one straight line. And then we can have more graves over here as well. There we go. Now, how do we make these graves look more like graves? Maybe coarse dirt. I was thinking path blocks at first, but coarse dirt is definitely the better option, I think, because of course grass can't grow over there like with path blocks, but you can put flowers and other plants on top of it, which you can't do with path blocks. Yeah, like some ferns. Yeah, I think that's a lot more grave-like. Then we have this green strip here between the church and the path. Let's just fill that in with some bushes and flowers. And I think that's our graveyard. That didn't take too long, but I think, yeah, but gives the church a lot of nice detail for sure. Last but not least comes the interior of the church. Oh, that's not the door. It's really small, as you can see, just 3 blocks wide, so it'll be a really simple interior. But I do want it to be decorative and look nice. So we have another decorative interior here in the town already, which is over here in the little shed that's kind of turned into a smithy. Then this building here has a more practical one, the pickle farm on the inside. You've seen that. And what you haven't seen yet is this building over here, which has a tiny cactus farm. As you can see there, that is obviously not for selling, but just for my personal use, because I just every now and again find myself missing cactus, mostly for green dye, so this should help out with that in the future. So we have 2 practical interiors so far, one decorative, so I think it'll be cool to have the church look nice on the inside as well if you walk in. First of all, let's get some benches for the churchgoers to sit on. There we go. It's a small town, so you know we don't need a big hall or a lot of seating for a lot of people. And then a lectern for the priest up front would probably be good. Oh, also a book and quill to put on there. What else can we do? Candles. I think candles make sense in a church, right? I really like putting candles on lightning rods. For some reason they just look awesome on there. Let's light them. I think that provides some nice atmosphere for the church as well. And just to make sure we don't have any mob spawns in there, let's have some more lanterns at the ceiling. Yeah, as I said, really simple, but I think effective. We do already, let's put our last candle over here, we do already have, you know, the colorful windows, so we don't want to make the interior too busy. There's not that much you can do with this space, but yeah, simple yet effective. And that is our church. I hope you enjoyed watching me build this, and also the Panda Enclosure before. But that is going to do it for today's episode. I have been Alice, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!